Como vai and welcome. Oh,
We ready?
yeah.
Just making sure it got sound.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Three, two, one.
Como vai and welcome to the Super Podcast, episode 23. And we are back, season number 3. And little public service announcement before we start the show. I want to say GK is no longer on the show anymore. I want to thank him for the two seasons he did help. But this is a solo show now, and going forward, this is what it's going to be. I wish GK all the success in his future endeavors and his projects that he's doing. It's all love over here. No hate, but the show must go on, and it's going to go on without him. But anyway, I have a guest. As you can see, we have Observe products from Observe, the one and only Tsunami Lex, who has the best nickname ever. If you remember,
Thank
I
you.
said that.
Yes, you did say that.
On Been There, Rock That.
That's a fact. Thank you.
So how you doing, brother?
Everything is good.
I've been trying to get you on this show for 2 seasons,
That's a fact.
and we finally doing it.
Listen,
So I'm very excited.
I appreciate it. It's an honor to be here.
Mm-hmm.
But I do things in threes.
Right.
So this the third season,
Mm-hmm.
third show.
Yeah.
You feel me?
This guy.
That's what it is.
Anyway, so just give people an idea of what Observe is now, because the other time I interviewed you, you're with a crew,
Yeah.
and you know maybe the Observe statement has changed now that it's just you, right?
Well, no. The observed statement is still the same.
Right.
You know, that's why, they doing what they do.
Right.
And I'm gonna do what I do.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because observe is basically an acronym. You
Mhm.
know, it goes for everybody.
Right.
It means unlock bravery and reign victorious.
Mhm.
So that was my whole thing. That's my whole push. You know, because sometimes we live in this world where it's just like life just bogs down on us. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we don't got time, or we think we don't have time to do certain things that we want to do.
Mm.
But when you unlock that bravery, you understand, and you put everything on the line and you invest that time, you will eventually reign victorious.
Right.
If you stay consistent, you put in them 10,000 hours, I promise something's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically the whole motto of Observe. But it also stems back to observation. That's like the first thing in the world. That's before language.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You see before you can speak. You understand? So it's just, I'm into watching. I'm into learning new things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. I observe everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, like I know at first when you did it, you guys were doing like I call them like replication of hats. But now it's like you have stuff that's more so I say unique, like one-on-one pieces. Especially like the hat you did with Creative King.
Yes.
Shout out Creative King.
Shout out to Jarrell Sankey, official.
Yeah, and I you know what I'm saying, I'm not just saying that. I have 2 of his hats he knows, and these hats are like really one of a kind pieces. So what made you want to get into that vein of like, I mean, because I think your stuff is like limited edition.
Yes.
Like what made you want to get into that genre?
Well, the thing is, it's always something that I've always wanted to do. Even with my old crew, we aspired to do things like that, you know. But it was just a love for low that started, I guess, like 2 years ago. You understand, with the old crew, and that's what they wanted to do, you know. So that was my way of hopping in with that. You understand, and it was just basically. They didn't have a name, so they reached out to me for the name, being that we was crew from years. You know what I'm saying? We was doing things for years, and my thing was, it was like, look, we can rock, but I mean, you could rock with it as long as you put me on board. Like, let me see what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, Observe was meant for 3 people. You understand? Which 2 are no longer with us, but peace be with them.
Right.
You know, nothing but the best for them.
Right.
They still doing their thing. You know what I mean? And it's cool. It's cool. But my thing is that I wanted to venture out and be creative on my own. I wanted to do stuff, my visions. I wanted to put my visions out there. You understand?
Right.
And it's limited for the time being because it's just, it's hard to find.
Yeah. No, but that's a good model to have.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
It's like when you get it, you're like, oh, and then when people see it, they're like, yo, where you get that from? You know
Definitely, yeah. And this, I make 3 of each. Every hat that's been made, I make 3 of each.
Right.
And it's it's rare. These are all rare camouflage patterns.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So that was my thing. I've always been into camo way before polo. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I've been into camo since B.A. Baracus. You feel me? That's 18. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's Mr. T.
Yeah.
So, like, I've always had a thing with camo. It's disruptive, and it symbolizes the battle, the war that we live in every day.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I rock camouflage, it just symbolizes the war that goes on within your head, within yourself, within life.
Mm-hmm.
So we in the jungle. You know what I mean? We may not see the trees, we may not see the bushes, but we in the thick of things,
Right.
And the camouflage is a symbolism for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a symbolism to always know that you are in the battle. You understand? And it's not about the battle, it's about the war. And the war is an endurance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Nipsey, may he be in peace.
Mm-hmm.
It's a marathon.
Right.
It's not given to the swift. It's given to those that are persistent, those that continue to overcome these obstacles.
Right.
You understand? And that's another thing of where you reign victorious. Because if you shook, you just got to comply.
Right.
And I ain't got no, hate or anything wrong to say about those that comply, because everybody need to eat. But I feel like COVID pushed me out there. You know what I'm saying? COVID forced me to pursue the dream that I always wanted to do. You know what I mean? So it was just like, once you get stripped, you got to go back to the drawing board. You know what I mean? Now you don't got the ladder to climb.
Right.
Now you got to make something happen. So I dug into went back into the visions and, gambled a little bit, in the sense where I took what I didn't have and invested in it, and it's doing really well, and I can't complain.
Yeah, because I always see people posting the shirts, and I mean the hats. When they first came out, they were going. I know you had a lot more than this.
Yes.
So I'm that looks like that was successful too.
Definitely.
So tell me about the my favorite shirts. Fuck out of my face.
The fuck out my face.
Yes.
Has been, for those that know me, know that I was like very, how can I say? I would call people out on their shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's like sometimes when people talk too much, you can hear what's not being said through that, And that came out, it was just like, fuck out my face. Like, yo, with that bullshit, you know what I mean? Why you gotta lie? Just be official. You understand? So this goes to everybody. You wear that because it's like you're against the bullshit. Just be real. Just be official. You understand? You don't have to sugarcoat things. You don't have to dance around things.
Right.
I prefer the truth.
Right.
You understand? I don't judge nobody, but I will judge a person that's not being honest. So that's where I came up with. But I always held it as it was kind of quirky, it's just my thing.
Right.
And it was, I used to make shirts, but very, very limited, extremely limited.
Right.
And COVID came out, and look at, we wearing masks, the whole.
Exactly.
So it was just like, fuck out my face, because now I'm forced to wear a mask.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm forced to be conscious about where I'm at all times. And, the narrative isn't what it is. We're not going to talk politics, but it's way more bigger than what people would think, than what I can say.
I mean, listen, I like wearing a mask. I have fun wearing masks. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of person that I get a kick out of seeing somebody I know and they don't see me because I got a mask on.
Yo, that's just like, I mean, it's just like Doom.
And then you text them and be like, yo, I just passed by you. And they be like, you're an asshole. Like, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you say something? I'm like, because I just get a kick out of you. Somebody can see you, but they don't see you.
But that's, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a wonderful thing.
It allows you to observe in freedom.
Yeah.
You understand?
Allows you to
just peep
move
everything out.
accordingly.
Yeah. That's a
Especially with
fact.
this, this whole COVID thing. So, yeah, so you did bring up COVID. I know, how have you been dealing with COVID and stuff like that? Not saying you had it, just like how you been dealing with it, like the changes, you know what I'm saying, that we all had to endure.
I've been dealing with it very cautiously, very how can I say, like, very conservative, extremely conservative in what I do.
Right.
And it's definitely put a strain on family and friends, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
it like limits you.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does. I mean, I had a newborn son, you know what I mean? And when my lady was pregnant, like, I was always conscious about it. Like, I would feel guilty. I'm out there just rubbing elbows with people, instead of being there. You understand? I understand. Again, I don't knock people that do their thing. God bless. Peace be with you. Have fun. But with me, I couldn't afford to have that burden. You know what I mean? I had to limit my liability fast.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, we're like kind of like in the same boat. You don't want to bring something home. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have that on your head that you brought this and now everybody's sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing. That's what I think about all the time. And I'm just like, if it's not right, then, if the numbers are not right, I'm just not doing it.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going.
That's a fact. And that's why I'm here, because I don't trust no one. I don't trust myself. But I do know, in a sense, how you walk, how you carry yourself.
Oh, yeah,
And I was like, yo, I'm good here. I know I'm good here.
Yeah.
You understand? So this is what I'm doing, and this is something that I'm honored to be a part of your show. Because like you said, you have, not that you have been, and I've been ducking you, but you already brought it up. And I was like, yo, when I'm ready, I'm definitely going to go. But then the COVID hit really hard, and, so I'm at a place where, I know you good. I know we're in a good place. I take your word for that, and, I'm just happy to be here. But in that COVID sense, like, it's stressful.
Yeah.
It's stressful. I mean, that new normal thing and all these words that they put to, like, keep us in the spell, you know what I mean? It's just, I'm out of that box, but in the same token, I'm staying in line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like so many levels to this, like, vaccinated, not vaccinated. The whole, you know what I'm saying, people being forced to become vaccinated. It's just, like I said, it's just a whole, like, little, it's like which box you want to open in Pandora's box.
Yeah.
It's just so many different levels of it.
Yeah, like, we could go into that the whole forcing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the type of person that if you keep persisting or insisting, I'm going to fall back.
Right.
Because I start getting suspicious. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, why you keep pressing it? Like, I'm pro-life, you understand? And I'm all for, like, the vaccine, in the sense where if it's going to help and it's going to stop something, I'm all for it. But let's do more research. Let's see what happens, because as you do your history, you see that most vaccines, when they first came out, there was a lot of things going on wrong with the babies, with your health. And so I just want to have them iron out the kinks, you understand?
Right.
But the whole forcing thing, the whole bribing, and it's similar to, I'm not trying to get biblical, but it's similar to the mark of the beast.
Right.
Like, you
like, I give you $100 to take the shot.
Yeah, but then it's like, you can't even eat. I seen a story, and Buddy got kicked out of McDonald's.
Yeah, they were
McDonald's, bro, with him and his family, because he didn't have the card, or
They're real serious about that. Like, you can't go to most restaurants now without being vaccinated.
Facts.
And showing proof. Like, I've had to do it. Like, where you go to a restaurant and they're like, you gotta show me one form of ID and either your vaccination card or a picture of it. So luckily, I had a picture of mine.
Yeah.
And like I tell people, I don't think it's right to force anybody to do anything. But I tell people, do your research, find out, go to your doctor, Find out what's in it.
Yeah.
So then you can make an educated choice.
Yeah.
That's whether you want to get the shot or not. It shouldn't have to be the government telling you, well, you got to take this shot. Like the state is telling everybody that works at the state, you have to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you just won't be working.
It's true.
So, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's right. But
it's not. I feel bad for all the first responders, all the essentials that are choosing their rights, choosing their rights to choose, and are getting spit up, chewed out,
right.
and just thrown out to the wolves. Like, that's a sad thing. There's really no remorse for these people and their choices and their beliefs. Like, now it's just, get down, lay down, give it up. And again, I know I work with so many people that got the jab, and I commend them. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm just in the sense where I'm not ready just yet. I know I'm gonna have to because in the business where I work, in my daytime job, the company that I work for, they kind of play like, good cop, bad cop. Well, it's not. It's your choice, but in order to work in the building, you gotta get it.
Yeah.
Because the building is requiring you get it. So I'm at that point where I'm just gonna wait it until it goes, and then I do what I gotta do, man. You know, I work with God all day, so it's just I want to just be cautious. I'm looking both ways first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because once the state mandates certain shit,
it's a wrap.
Other companies gonna follow. It's how long they're gonna take before they do it. It's like domino effect. It's gonna happen. I tell people that, even when you're going to like sporting events and concerts, you gotta be vaccinated.
Yep.
Or they're not letting you in.
That's
so it's like you said, what choice do you have at that point? You want to sit in your house all day? I mean, I can sit in my house all day, but
but that don't pay the bills.
Yeah,
man.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta still live your life.
Yeah. And that's where it comes down to. You gotta live your life, and they know how to handle it. You understand? Next thing you know, I'm not trying to prophesize or nothing. Next thing you know, they're gonna start jamming your money, bro. You ain't gonna be able to take out your money unless you show a vaccine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I think it's gonna come to a point where some states are not gonna let you in.
Oof.
You're not gonna be able to fly.
Yeah.
It's gonna get like they're not playing. Like I have to tell people.
They not.
Because it's tied to the money.
Yes.
And once it's tied to the money, then you're done.
Yep.
Because big business, they're gonna have everybody vaccinated.
That's a fact.
Right.
That's a fact. And this Bitcoin thing I read with Bitcoin, it's illegal in a major country right now.
Right.
It's become illegal. So there's really no options. There's no way you can run. It's just a matter of time. You know what I mean? But like I see you seem healthy. You understand? It's just the people that are unhealthy or that have underlying issues.
Yeah, who have compromised immune systems.
Exactly.
So they're the ones who watch out for.
In jeopardy. Might be in jeopardy. So, and, I have family members in that circle. You know what I mean? So that's just my concern. Because if it was me by myself, just like if it was you by yourself, it's like, yo, we'd be outside.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it's on us. But we come home, we have a bigger responsibility. So that's where it's at. But it is what it is. It's just a matter of time for me, man. I mean, I don't like, I'm not the one that when they say jump, I don't ask how high. I walk out the room like it is what it is. So.
But see, you the type, you're gonna do your research.
Of course.
And you're gonna see what it is.
Of course.
Before you say, okay, I'm gonna do this.
I mean, shouldn't you?
Yep,
shouldn't you be able to be given an answer for the questions and the concerns that you have?
Right.
And, that's a good point that you brought up, because a lot of those answers are just going in circles. It's like you could argue or you could contemplate for days, and, one doctor would say this, the other doctor. It's very confusing. It's on both sides of the spectrum. So we're in the gray area right now.
Yep.
And, I'm just keeping my eyes open, observing everything. You know what I'm saying?
Observing.
That's it.
But yes. But let's go back to the clothes.
Facts.
So within Observe, like how many brands? Because I know you also do like illustrations and stuff like that.
Yes.
That's another big thing. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But how many brands do you have inside of Observe itself?
Okay, Observe is the name of the company.
Right.
And the branding is going to come through consistency. I'm trying to build the brand. I'm trying to build a name
Right.
in that sense. But when you say how many,
Like for instance, like I think the hats are like on an island, and then you have
yes,
the shirts, which is another brand, and then Heavy Rain.
yeah,
It's like that looks like that's another
yeah. I just what it is.
subsidiary of.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It's themes.
Right.
It's themes. It's a movement.
Right.
Like movement. Like
So you got like 3 different movements in.
I'm gonna have tons
Right.
of themes, but because that's how you stay fresh.
Yeah.
You understand? So yeah, the hats are gonna eventually get their own name, their own label. I
Right.
would say, like,
Right.
it's kind of like I would aspire to be on some, like, how Nike has ACG, and they have their golf, they have Jumpman.
Mm-hmm.
They have different departments.
Right.
So that's what I want to do. The fuck out my face is it's not fashionable.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more of a statement. It's something that I was like, I want to. It's the right time to put that statement out. It's more of a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It goes with observe, because you got to be brave to wear that outside, like in certain places. You
Right.
know what I mean? And it's definitely just a statement. And the Heavy Rain is basically what I intend to do, what I aspire to do.
Right.
I want to reign. You understand? I want to champion my brand into something, big.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, not stepping on nobody, not competing with anybody, but I would love to see my name up there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically what it is. It's just, I'm not gonna pigeonhole myself. Like I stated in the first podcast that
Right.
you guys blessed us with.
Mm-hmm.
I told you. Remember, the plan was, it was like 5 hats. Remember,
Yeah.
on the desk.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And the plan was to stray from that. We was
Right.
gonna do 2 more hats, which was the Easter and the Climb.
Right.
But that was it. And maybe another hat that we was gonna do. But from there, we was planning to, do something creative.
Right.
I'm not gonna say that's not creative, because
Right.
that's dope, and I mess with it still to this day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not with them. Shout out to Polo Vibes. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Polo Vibes is
Polo
killing
Vibes.
it.
Yeah,
Killing
Yeah,
it.
he came on here
Yeah.
season 1.
That's my guy right there. He's humble. He's killing it.
Mm-hmm.
He's official, and he's not really like, with the tracing. You understand?
Yeah.
He's straying off a little bit, and he's bringing that heat. So as far as him, like, that's my dude.
He tells it like it is. That's why I respect him.
Oh man, he's official tissue.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
some people would say he's rough around the edges, but you gotta appreciate that. You
Yeah.
need that. Like,
Yeah.
we're men.
Yeah.
Talk like men. You feel me? What's all this
Sometimes the
sugarcoating
message
shit?
is abrasive, but it's the message.
You gotta appreciate it, bro.
it.
You gotta take that. I love that. Like, when I've been around him, you get he got a good vibe. But he ain't gonna take no shit.
Mm.
You feel me? Like, it's the fuck out my face. He loves my shirt. Shout out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
'Cause
actually, when he was on the show, he wore the shirt.
He shows me mad love. But I think it just resonates with him. You understand? And that's what I want to do. I want to do clothes that resonate with people deeper than just superficial stuff. I want it to mean something.
Right.
You understand? Like, when you wear the hat, like, I'm going to throw on the camo. It's a war outside.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It's even a battle within myself. So that always keeps you grounded, The fuck out my face shirts, yes, it's just, like I said, it's a statement. Heavy Rain is just, that's how I want to be viewed. You understand? As somebody that's doing something. And this is really the tip of the iceberg. This is just
So this is the beginning.
This is just the beginning, bro. Like, cut and sew is my main thing. That's my main thing.
Is that technically your next rollout? Like, that's what you're gonna start? We'll start to see
Yes.
pieces like that.
Yes. And I was gonna drop something this year,
Yeah.
but I decided to just to hold off because I'm not trying to rush things. God has placed me in a position where I'm eating. You understand? Because when COVID hit, I was shut down.
Right.
The job sites were shut down.
Right.
And when they opened up, it wasn't clear. So I wasn't taking that chance. I had to eat off of my creativity. But it showed me a beautiful lesson to really believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You understand? You really have to believe in yourself. And when you do, and you go back to yourself, your old ways, and who you are in the sense where who you truly are, as that child that had those big dreams, you winning, regardless. Like I'm not out here mass producing like you seen it. You see it's very limited.
Right.
But if I see somebody with my hat, man, that just like makes me like it just gets me amped, and not on no hype beat shit. It's just like, yo, I'm appreciative to a person that shows that love. Like, and that person doesn't even know how far I will go for them as a customer, as a person as a supporter, not a customer, because you ain't a custy in the street.
Right.
You're a supporter. Like, you know that when I thank you, it's thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Like, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that. In that sense, you understand? I'ma still be here because I work.
Right.
I do my own thing, but in this level, man, I appreciate when people come to me and they like my work and they like my products. You know what I mean? It just drives me more. But yeah, this is nothing. This is just, I can't say this is nothing. I'm not taking away from this because this is what I love. But this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, because I wore your hat for Fashion Week and they was digging that. They was digging the hat, bro. They was like, oh, because it went with the outfit I had perfectly, bro.
Thank you.
Colors just.
You did kill it. I did see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was perfect. So that's what I was like, yo, man, I'm telling you. And you had that, I have an orange one. One of those up there. No, you don't have the design.
It has a piece of it.
Yeah.
It has a piece of it.
I missed, like I always tell you, that purple
tape.
one.
Yeah. The purple one.
If you guys would have seen the purple one, he created. Jesus.
That went fast. Fast.
Yeah.
That went fast.
I slept. And the next thing you know, he's like, nah, it's going, bro.
And I'm honest. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm honest.
Yeah. You told me.
I'm honest.
You told me, like, yo, you waited too long.
I can't. Like, I could hold it, but then, I'm stopping somebody else. Even though you got the card, you feel me? You good. Like, you're one of the first people to come out and support. And, I could show people better than I could tell them. That's my thing. I show you better than I could tell you.
Right.
But with those first people that showed me love, I won't ever forget that. And that'll go a long way. And I just want to be able to do that. I want to be able to, of course, we're in this, for money, but it's not your money per se. This is $1 billion. It's over $1 billion piece of pie that everybody could get into.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's my thing.
Because I'm seeing the best, and I know you feel this way too, because even like when I create stuff for the podcast, the best stuff to wear is your stuff. I always, like right now, like this shirt, you know what I'm saying? I made this shirt. The best stuff to wear is your shit. Like, I like all the other name brand stuff. I still wear it, but
of course,
I'm quick to wear something that I made than that now.
Yes.
Because, I mean, it just gives you that, like, if they can do it, shit, I can do it too.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. It's like, it's just more, it becomes sentimental value. Like, that's your thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mega, by the way. He official with that, and Ribs, G-A-K, right?
Yeah.
That's official.
Graffiti Art Kings.
That's official. Like,
Subcast, Coma, Detour.
All right. Shout out to them because they killing it, you know? But that's basically what it's about.
Right.
You got to do that. You got to put it out there, man. And people are going to resonate, Like, it's like you said, I rock low. I rock whatever it is.
Right.
I just don't like being pigeonholed into one thing.
Right.
I'm not going to be the type that's going to have to wear low from top to bottom. I'm going to throw on an AV. I'm going to throw on a North Face or a 7 layer, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do something like that, something different. in that sense, you know. But I think it all meshes.
Right.
That's what I like. You know, I rock a low hat with the Iron Maiden shirt. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
but that's how it should be. You should have that way where what's the word? Variety. Your closet should be, you know what I'm saying? It just shouldn't be just one thing.
exactly.
I think that's corny.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, that's why I wear anything and everything. If I want to wear North Face, Polo, or my shit together, I'm gonna do it. Like, you know, because I don't want. Ultimately, we don't want to look like everybody else.
That's where we grew up, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I mean, that's how the low came out because y'all was racking it and,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
It was
a whole like adventure, a whole life to it. And that's how it was for me growing up, doing that with North Face. Like, we ain't have the bread to buy North Face out, go to Paragon or EMS and buy North Face outright. Like, we ain't had that bread. We made it happen. You
Right.
understand? And it just became something that, shout out to everybody, all the subcultures, all in the hood that was doing it. We take it.
Mhm.
It's kind of like a Robin Hood thing. You feel me? I don't condone it no more, but that's where we grew up. We made it happen. We made it work. Come on, man. We was making mountain jackets look fresh.
Mhm.
Like, yo, that's some skiers. You know what I'm saying? People looking at you funny, like, why you wearing it out here?
Exactly.
How you playing football? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? In a steep tech, but that's what we did.
Yeah.
You know?
And I know, and you still be rocking North Face too.
For sure. Even though it's kind of sketchy right now, I rock North Face. Let's be clear, because what they doing to Futura is foul.
Mhm.
But they've been doing it for years. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing it for years, and they come to, they keep an ear to the streets, their eyes and ears, and then they take and they see.
I tell these people, they basically they just pilfer, man. It's like they'll sit there and have somebody watch your account and watch my account, and they'll just take it instead of contacting you and be like, yo, maybe we can collaborate on something, or no, it's always got to be, I'm gonna take. And then with the whole Futura thing, that's just super whack.
It is. It is.
He's done so much stuff with them, and for them to just come around and be like, oh well, no, he's just a lowly street artist, something like that. Like,
but you got to understand too, just like everything, there's different regimes. There's different, that board or whoever in corporate worked with him may not even be there anymore. So you get these other people that don't know who he is, that don't acknowledge who he is and what he's put in to the culture as a whole, like the culture, not just low culture, culture, like to the culture as a whole. Like, and to say that he's just like, yo, he's just some artist, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was doing that Adam for years. Like, I love that. And he was raw with it. He was doing that for years, way before like Future. Like, come on, man. They saw something. They don't want to admit it, but it's like this. There's nothing new under the sun, my brother. And sometimes subliminally, you see something you like and you'll emulate it. You'll write it down, you draw it out, and be like, oh, this shit look dope on the clothes. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want to admit that they took it from him. That's clear. That's clear as day, because he's the one that, we know about the Adams. We know, but the way he did it in his own style with that rough look, come on, man. Then to make the Future Light the same exact, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, that's a blatant ripoff, and they just they calling the bluff. They don't think the community gonna be with them, and it goes back to this. I got mad North Face. I got a lot of North Face, and I was rocking the North Face even when it died, when it declined. When I came back home, you know what I'm saying? I was still rocking my North Face. Right. And I'm part of a crew, whether they would want to admit it or not, but I'm part of that crew that brought it back. You feel me? But I don't pigeonhole myself. I'm not that person that's gonna rock North. I just happen to have a lot of North Face. And it works for what I do. It's what they call it, the aesthetics. You understand?
Yeah.
So you might see me take flicks or whatever with North Face, but it's gear. It's just gear. I ain't flossing nothing.
Right.
You feel me? I might be picking up the paper, might be shoveling snow. I'm gonna rock my North Face, you know what I'm saying? And besides that, I got mad North Face money, so I gotta spend it on something.
Right.
And I'm not gonna sit around, turn around, and sell it to somebody. I'm just gonna hold it for me because, like I said, the aesthetics is all right. You know, there's a big thing with North Face and Gore-Tex.
Oh yeah.
Like, I forgot, there's a Netflix movie. It's an old Netflix movie. And when you realize what Gore-Tex is and how Gore-Tex really isn't healthy, see, North Face, I feel that North Face is backing out of a situation before it comes to light.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That whole DuPont and the whole material and the Teflon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's, I don't know verbatimly, but the material that the Gore-Tex is made out of has those same elements. Okay? And it's poisonous to the body.
Mm.
But we already, like, they said 97% of us already have it within our system. You understand? But I think that North Face is like trying to back out quiet, you know, and they doing this future light because it's better. Yeah, it's better because it's healthier.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I rock Gore-Tex for sure.
Right.
Because that's what it is, and we already have that in our system. I didn't mean to go deeper into the situation. But speak. Like I said, I observe what's not being said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I forgot the name of the movie. I think it's the Devil or something. The Devil. I forgot. It's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
If they haven't pulled it off, but it's about like the DuPont company and the material, the 3M.
Yeah.
You know, and you know the sickness that it infected us with that we don't even know, that lays dormant within us.
Wow.
You know, and Gore-Tex is a big material that is created with that element.
Because I always say it's kind of weird how Supreme and the North Face are owned by the same company. And Supreme has all the Gore-Tex stuff now. Mm-hmm. All their jackets is Gore-Tex. But then North Face just still has Future Light.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think it's weird.
It is. But Supreme is that powerful of a brand to demand what they want.
Mm. And
Supreme is known to keep that ear to the streets. I don't agree with a lot of stuff that's being put out now, but I admire them.
Mm-hmm.
I aspire to be in the sense where I respect them because they don't have no boundaries. They do whatever they want to do. And some of it is fresh. Some of it is just like, yo, you trying me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's it should be that way. It's not perfect. Nothing's perfect. So
a lot of companies try to follow their model because how they bring stuff out for 1 week and then off to the next one the next week.
You can't get it no more.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of companies are trying to do that.
But it's an old model. It's an old model. It's an old tool, you know, like Evisu did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They brought it back.
Evisu, bro. Levi's. You feel me?
Yeah.
Levi's. Look at the spelling. You take out the L,
mm-hmm.
You put the U. It's Evisu.
Mm-hmm.
Levi's. It was a Japanese. I think his family was rich. He bought an old factory with the loop wheeling and all of that,
mm-hmm.
and had the old salvage denim, and it was all Levi's stuff. That's how you get the goal. He was painting over the Levi's sign, bro. People don't, you feel me?
Right.
But he made it limited because that was all he had. He brought back a loop wheeler. The loop wheeler, you felt that denim. That denim is hella rough.
Yeah.
It's mad rough. But the marketing behind it made it something like, oh man, you're bringing it back. Because they have better technology, better ways to make a denim. You understand? To weave the denim and all of that. But he took what he had and he made it cool as fuck to have some heavy ass denim. You feel me? Like some raw denim bleeding on your Timbs. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But he made it cool. You know what I'm saying? And he made it very limited. Another person is Nego, Bape. You understand? He made his shirts limited. Because there's an allure with that. If you on it and you're not you know, just if you don't care, if you care and you have love for something, you want it to be rare. You want it because it's kind of like a win when you get it, you know. So, you know, them making it limited, it just feeds that drive more, and it gives them that prestige. It just builds them instead of being everywhere, because you know we're fickle.
Mm-hmm.
We'll love you 1 minute, and then we'll talk shit about
Oh
you
yeah,
next minute.
real quick.
You know what I'm saying?
Real
Because
quick.
you know, but if you're strong, you come back. You know what I'm saying? You come back, and yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, we're gonna wrap this up real quick. But so what you said. So what was next? Are you able to speak as to like what exactly the company is gonna go into, or just like what direction is it going into? Because I know you said you're done for this year with bringing stuff out. Like, is there going to be like it's just going to be this stuff for the end of the year, or you gonna drop a couple T-shirts, or?
I'll definitely drop more FOF, you know, the box logos,
right?
Just to keep that going, because it's like I said, it's a statement. So you're gonna definitely see crew necks. You're definitely gonna see hoodies. You understand? Yeah, but my goal is to go into cut and sew.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the hats, I want to do something. I want to just incorporate more, put more into the hat, and make it more aesthetic. You know, more technical. I want to get into the tech side of things. You know, so look out. It's definitely coming. I'm just not rushing in the sense where
Right.
I'm trying to master something. I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel, but I want to do something different.
So that's next year.
For sure.
That's next year. Okay.
I have a collab coming up with Jarrell Sinky for sure.
Oh. So what? That's next year too.
That's definitely next year, early next year.
Wow, you heard it first here. And also, he didn't say, but I'll say it. We have some season 4 merchandise that will be a collaboration with Observe. Original drawing that he did for me will be on a hoodie and a T-shirt. So I will be unveiling those shortly.
Yeah, they look fire.
You know, I'm not going to, put it out there yet. But I may make the stickers first.
As you should.
And then show people. But yeah, I mean, it's a dope sweater. I have one in yellow and black and white. I think is the other colorway for the T-shirt. But yeah, we definitely will be giving Tsunami his, so he can rock it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got the fit to it already. Don't worry.
Yeah, but I had to do a yellow with that though, because I'm gonna start talking about it. It's gonna be it's awesome, man. I don't want to just give it away. If I talk about it too much,
it's a special yellow too.
Yeah,
it's an official tissue. Like it's gonna go with a lot of.
Because I sent you the picture, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So you know what's coming.
Yeah, already.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap this up. Where can they find you online?
You can find me at Tsunami_Lex. Also at the Observe UBXRV on Instagram as well. I'm just working on that page a little bit more.
Right.
But you could definitely follow me at or you could check me out at Tsunami_Lex.
Yeah, because definitely check out the Observe Instagram, because he does put like as I said before, he does illustrations, and for other companies at that.
Yes.
So he's really busy, and some of the illustrations you do put up there.
Yes.
Like other people you've done stuff for.
For sure. And shout out to all of them too.
Yeah, so definitely hit him up. Like if you need something done, as far as like an illustration, or you need a character. Like I needed, something. You can just hit him up. He does it, really quick, and the prices are good.
That's a fact.
So yeah, so I want to thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
We will definitely do this again.
For sure.
We talked about, I ain't gonna blow it up. Personal conversation, but
yeah, we definitely.
We're gonna do another one with a special guest.
Facts.
He brainstormed and we definitely gonna do that one. And definitely when he brings out some new stuff, we'll definitely bring him down.
For sure.
And definitely when we unveil the sweaters, probably call you down again. And you'll be the first one to look at it, see how it is. So you can be like, yeah, I don't like this.
Nah, I already seen it.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
it's cool.
But you can find us on the Super P Podcast, Instagram, Facebook, most podcast providers. We have a Patreon if you want to sign up. If you sign up to the Patreon, you can get this episode. Well, whenever I get the file, you'll get it a day before it comes out. YouTube, check out the YouTube. You can see the video and see all the wonderful items of clothing we have on the table. And like I said, if you need anything from Tsunami as far as illustrations, or you want to pick up a shirt or a hat, contact him on Tsunamilex on Instagram or Observe Instagram. You don't have like a business email yet.
No, sir.
Okay, so contact him there. I will catch you guys later. The Super Podcast. We're out. Ciao.